Welcome back to the Are We There Yet channel, folks. Today we are back in the 2022 Ford F-150 FX4 and we have another tutorial for you. We are up at the crack of dawn because we have a special mission, and that special mission is to help our brothers and sisters in the state of Oregon who for today their governor is expected to sign House Bill 6264, which will free them from the tyranny of bureaucratic nannyism that they have suffered under for the last 71 years. There are people who have lived and died in the state of Oregon who have never pumped their own gas. What is that about? We apologize to the 37-year-old fuel pump technician who have lost their job. But the tyranny is over. The people of the state of Oregon can now pump their own gas. What will you do with your freedom, Oregon? Will you stay home, or will you go learn to be a gas pumping artisan? Will you stay home, or will you go to the fueling station, pull in and pump your own gas? That's what I want to know. Well, today, Oregonians, new drivers, anybody that was afraid to pump their own gas but now is inspired, come with me on this tutorial today and you will learn how to pump gas, how to select what grade of gas, how to use the nozzle, how to put the nozzle back. It's not very complicated, folks. And we're going to solve all the mysteries of pumping gas today for you all. So stick with me as we head on to the fueling station. The people of California are here for the people of Oregon. We have your back today. Welcome to the family. So sit back, grab some Cheetos, and let's learn to pump gas, folks. Folks, here we are at the fueling station. As you can see, there are many things that maybe you have never encountered before. Here is our fuel pump, which we'll get to in a second. But the first step of pumping gas is to find the fuel door. Now, those of you with a Ford F-150 FX4 will know that the fuel door is right here. Whatever you're driving will probably be very simple. Okay, so now that we have the gas pump door open, the next question is how will you pay for your gas? Now, you can go into the store and pay the man behind the counter a specific amount of fuel, and they will turn the pump on and pump that amount of fuel. If you are paying with cash or card, then you pay at the pump. So for today's video, I have elected to use the pay at the pump method. So we are going to insert our credit card into the payment receptacle, the card receptacle, and it is processing a Visa credit card, and it's asking for our for 5-digit code, and we'll enter. Please remove the card. All right, folks. Do I want a receipt? I do not want a receipt. Okay, now we're faced with the question of which do we choose. We're going to lift the handle. That's the next step. Lift the handle. And we're going to choose a grade. So today we're going to choose the lowest grade, which is 87. We have just chose 87, and now we are going to insert the nozzle into the truck. Now this will work if you have a Volkswagen. This will work if you have a Subaru. Okay, so now we're focusing in on the nozzle, and we're going to pull back on the nozzle. When you pull back on the nozzle, don't be scared. Okay, don't be scared. The fuel will start dispensing inside. Here we go, pulling back, and now we're fueling. Let go, we're no longer fueling. We're fueling again. For the advanced technique, we're going to move this lever there, and it's going to hold it in place. It's going to hold it in place. So while we're fueling, let's talk about octane. Let's talk about octane. Octane is important based on what type of engine you have. 99% of the vehicles you see on, well, maybe 95% of the vehicles you see on the road are all built to use 87 octane. That is the lowest octane rating. High performance engines are made to use a higher octane. Without getting into what is octane, just understand that if you have a higher performance engine, you will need a higher octane. So now, as you can see, our handle automatically came off. That means our vehicle is full. It stopped pumping. So what do we do when our vehicle is full? This is easy. First, we pull up on the pump. We pull up on the pump and we pull out. And now we have freed the pump from the Ford F-150. And now we walk over and we place it back on. Now sometimes at this point we are left with a question. It will ask us, do we want a receipt? But since we already answered that question early on in this video, I did that without showing you what we do. The last step of this is we close, well, if you have a cap, I'm miming this. If you have a cap, we would put our cap back on and screw it back on. If you don't have a cap like this 2022 Ford F-150, all we are required to do is close the door. Let's rerun that. We're closing the door. So my sisters and my brothers in Oregon, this too is now your domain. As I asked earlier, what will you do with your freedom? What will you do with your freedom to pump? Get in your vehicle, go to your gas station, pump your own gas. Welcome to the family. Welcome to the family.